You know what time it is. It's time for us to review this month's comebacks. And for some reason, everybody decided this month was the month to make their comebacks. Like why did like 50 groups, who've been on hiatus for more than 6 to 7 months, suddenly decide now was the time to make a comeback? It's so funny and stressful, because like, every day a group drops something. And this is probably the most comebacks I've ever reviewed at all, so yeah. Let's go ahead and get started with our first review. Last and certainly not least, we have CSR. Now, I've always been more of a casual listener of this group, my favorite song from them being Shining Bright. So I was excited to see what they had in store, and well, all I can say is it's not my favorite song from them. I really love the instrumental, but that's like the only part I really loved. There's not really a part in the song that gets stuck in my head or constantly repeats. It's just a little forgettable if I'm being completely honest. Here's the album rankings. I really liked Hello though, but overall this single kinda came and went to me. Nothing truly shined or caught my attention. Let's move on to our next group. Oh, you already know I love a spooky, creepy, crawly song. I love the instrumental in the verses with the guitar. It's just giving spooky, creepy, crawly. One thing I will say is, I wish we had a bit more build up for the chorus, and not just immediately jumping in. I gotta say it kinda throws off the experience, even though the chorus is good. But because of that, I gotta rate it a 7.1. It's good but not something I see myself going back to. I do love the final chorus and strings for the outro. Maybe the title tracks just gotta marinate in my mind for me to get it, but as of now I don't get it. So here's the B-side rankings. The B-sides are dragging this release down. Zombie isn't entirely a bad song on its own, but Back to Louvre and Colors are just not enhancing the experience, you know? Overall, including the B-sides, it's a 6.7 out of 10. I don't know, guys. I don't really like it. Possibly my least favorite Eunbi title track. It just wasn't hitting. Like the beat and the verses were eating, don't get me wrong, but that chorus is where they lose me. Like the beat was so good we were on the right track, but what happened? We started going left when we were supposed to go right. That chorus really throws me off so much. However, the B-sides ain't so bad. Unnatural most def should be been the title track in my opinion. To be honest, Sabotage just didn't stand up to the other great title tracks she's had previously. At best it can serve as an okay B-side. The other songs on this EP really saves this single from ranking lower. Here are the ratings for the tracks on this single. And yeah, let's move on to another comeback. Now from this comeback and onwards are songs I either like or absolutely love. Anyways, the song itself is so beautiful. It's catchy, it's fun, and it's cute. The production for the song is clean and smooth, but I'm very disappointed in Fantagio. They didn't give these girls a proper send-off. No final full-length album, not even a goodbye EP, and they even deleted the MV and re-uploaded it. I mean, seriously, Fantagio couldn't give less of a damn about them, and it shows. They really deserved a better goodbye. With no promotions or physical release, and the fact that this is just a digital single. It shows that Fantagio was trying to sweep these girls under the rug and forget about them. Hopefully the girls will pull a LOONA and Riize debut elsewhere. Hopefully a company that will actually give them comebacks. But overall the songs was cute. Siesta was a bit better, but this was still cute, I will say. Now let's move on to our next comeback. It's just summer fun. This is how you do a summer EP. This EP is short and sweet. They managed to capture the multiple vibes of summer in this single EP. We have a fun in the sun type of song and a relaxing by the seaside type of song. It's too early to declare this as song of the summer, but it's def up there. Here's the B-sides ranking. I like is so good it's not even funny. Now let's move on to our next comeback. I honestly love it. I've been loving more rock type of songs outside of K-pop recently, and this genre has always been my favorite when K-pop groups do it. It's more laid back and chill, you know. With the MV teaser and the title, I thought we would have a more no celestial type of song, but I really like this one. Here are the B-sides. I really like Letter, but I feel like the songs were too chill and pink for this EP. It's not a bad EP sound-wise, like these songs are really good. I'm just saying that vibe-wise it's not that cohesive. But the songs we got are good, and that's just a small complaint. Now let's move on to our next comeback. I absolutely love the teasers for this song. The whole Mr. Freak and old website aesthetic was so fun and cool. I'm really digging the vibe of the song. The bass really killed it for real. I love the vocal layering he did in the chorus, it's really fun. I don't have too much to say, it's cute. It's something that will be in my playlist, and when it comes on I'll be like, OMG, I remember this song. You know, that type of thing. Here's the only B-side we have. It's fun and summery. I picture lemons when I listen to that song, I'm not sure why. Anyways, let's move on to our next comeback. It's a cute summer bop. I'm not sure if I'm just crazy, but I'm low-key getting retro disco vibes from this. I'm pretty sure I reviewed a Trendz song last year when I did a 2023 review, but I'm not too sure. So I'll just say this is my first official time listening to them. And I gotta say, I really like it. I love their sound. This June month review actually made me want to get into more boy groups. Here are the B-side rankings. I'm pretty sure the last two are remixes of stuff they released before, but I'ma still rank it. Out of Control is a real standout to me. It's cute. Now let's move on to our next comeback. I didn't know what to expect with this song, but it's so 2010 in the best way possible, like that chorus 8. Like the instrumental is low-key giving boom boom, you know? It ain't so bad, I'm low-key obsessed. I don't have too much to say, it was cute. Probably something I'll return back to every once in a while, but it ain't. Here are the B-side rankings. I really love the B-sides on this EP. Needless to say, they went straight to my playlist. And yeah, let's move on to our next comeback. Lisa has finally made her official debut outside of YG. She is officially independent. So does this song live up to the expectations I've had for this anticipated debut? Well, sorta. I kinda love it. While yes, the verses do repeat a bit too much, it's not like the verses are annoying. They're fun to listen to, so it's not too much of a problem. I did love the instrumental, it's fun and catchy. And that bridge/closing ain't so bad. I think it has the basis to be a really good song. It has everything laid out for it, but I think the length really hinders this song and prevents it from fully fleshing out its ideas. Repeating verses aren't noticeable in 3-minute songs because, well, each verse has time to develop. But in 2-minute songs, verses are usually like just a couple seconds, which is why the song feels like it's just repeating the same 3 lyrics. But other than that, I really like this song. It's good enough to be added to the playlist. Now let's move on to our next comeback. I really love this sound. I'm not sure if this is their typical sound or just for the summer release, since groups tend to deviate from their typical style when summer comes around, you know. But if this is their sound, I'll continue to listen and check out their stuff. Even if it's not their typical sound, I'll still listen. Their vocals sound nice, so I will probably check them out. The song is just a nice, cute summer bop. Overall, a solid 10 out of 10. They ate. Now let's move on to the next comeback. I honestly love the chorus and the moonlight and night sky part. It's a cute summery ballad. Their vocals really shined here, but overall I just didn't move. There was some great moments in the song, but it just came and went for me, and it makes me annoyed because there's elements in this song that are so good. Like on paper I should be all over this song. Like that final chorus ain't so bad. You know, maybe it's just a grower and I might have to let it marinate over time to truly get the song. But as of right now, I have to say 7.8 out of 10. Now, the reason this single is so high up, even though the title track isn't my fave, is simply because Stupid Cupid. Oh my goodness, those vocals made me ascend into heaven. SM artists always come through with those vocals, we love to see it. Now let's move on to our next comeback. It's different, but it doesn't stray too far away from her youthful coming-of-age movie sound. I can hear this during an emotional climax of a movie. Her vocals here are so powerful and I love the instrumental too. I'm starting to become a Gyubin stan y'all OMG. I don't have that much thoughts on this song. It's a good song that's added to my playlist. Overall a solid 10 out of 10. Now let's move on to our next comeback. I am loving the disco vibes. It's cute, fun, and catchy. I heard Kara is having a comeback this month. They will be on the review list for this month, and my is a huge Kara stan. And I'm having them help me stan and be more knowledgeable about Kara. So this song was like a nice sampler of becoming a stan. It's just a good song. It's not trying to do too much and it's not doing too little. A solid 10 out of 10 if you ask me. Now let's move on to our next comeback. Oh, I love it when songs immediately jump in, like that guitar in the first verse really caught my attention. And that run at the end of the chorus. The pre-chorus vocals too, they ate. This song really made a lasting impression. It made me want more. I actually revisited their first single and listened to Wish again and it's really grown on me. Initially I saw it as cute and I didn't form a solid opinion on it. But now I can say with confidence that it was a great debut. Knowing SM and their music game, NCT Wish is shaping up to be yet another NCT subunit with amazing music. And SM stop playing with me. Drop the EP, I'm tired of y'all being stingy. Anyways, here's the B-side rankings. Now let's move on to our next comeback. I'm truly loving the diversity in genres that we have in the 5th gen. I mean, you're telling me this cool villain group debuted in the same year as ILLIT, a cute soft girly group. Like it's so crazy. Riize and Bad Villain are fighting for my favorite debut right now. But let's speak more on Bad Villain. This song is crazy. This is exactly what I expect from a debut. I'm aware they had some pre-releases, as everyone seems to have nowadays. But I've never listened or watched any of them. So I was really going in blind when I watched this MV and they blew my mind. The production for this song is amazing. You already know I'm a sucker for piano and strings. This whole villainy feel is amazing. I love it. And that dance break at the end just sounds amazing. Some dance breaks are fun to watch, but not so fun to listen to. But Bad Villain's dance break was engaging to watch and equally fun to listen to. Overall a very good debut. 10 out of 10. Anyways, here's the B-side rankings, and yes, I'm adding Hurricane to the tracklist ranking. They for real ate this up. I can't wait to see what else they have in store. The thing I like about TWS is how cohesive their EPs are. I know this is their first comeback and it's too early to make this statement, but I just like and appreciate it. Some of my biggest gripes with EPs is when their songs give me whiplash, so it's refreshing when groups stick to a vibe in EP. I actually wrote all of this before I heard Double Take, so let's just gloss over that and move on. The song itself is so cute and fun. They've already found their sound, which I love. It's nice and summery. I especially love the pre-chorus. Now here's the album rankings. I actually really love these B-sides. They went straight to the playlist. Now let's move on to our next comeback. Now initially, I was so worried on what was going on with these girls. After Dream Academy, they kinda were shoved in the vault. Well, at least they weren't doing that much besides the vlogs. I think behind the scenes they were using this time to continue training the girls before their debut to prepare them, you know. We will talk more on my gripes with survival shows, but let's talk about this debut. I was going to complain about how OMG they spoiled too much, and I already know how the chorus sounds like, but my gosh, that was such a good thing. While I'm strongly against K-pop groups or any artist spoiling a chorus long before the song drops, I can't lie, the spoilers got stuck in my head. I would be cleaning and all of a sudden I'm singing "Love Me Once and Then You Love Me Twice, Love Me Once, and Naughty Turns to Nice." This song is amazing and catchy. From what I heard, this is a pre-debut release. Luckily, not too long after they dropped this single, they announced an EP that's set to release in August, I believe. I really want to see what Hybe has planned for these girls. They have a bright future and I can't wait to hear more. 10 out of 10. Despite girl crush not being my favorite genre, because of just how much we got back then. But I gotta say, they ate this up. I'm sorry. The post-chorus, that bridge, the guitar in the chorus, and final chorus. It ate so bad, plus the lyrics ate too. But one thing I will note on is, I wish the WooAh part was more chanty and powerful, like it felt like they was just making a straight face while singing that line. But that's just one complaint. Other than that, this song surprised me. I did not expect to like it as much as I do, especially since it was gonna be a girl crush type concept. But they really pulled it off. Here's the song rankings. I love how they did a like continuation of Demon's song. Like it's honestly so cute. And I love the instrumental, it's like chiptune. And I love how near the end of the bridge their voices start to fade into the instrumental. Ugh, so good. Truly. Overall a solid 10 out of 10 they ate. Oh, I am loving Nayeon's solo career so far. She has so much potential, and I believe she's slowly living up to them. I mean, the sample, the production, the dance too. She has what it takes to be an icon. Well, she is one, but like, a bigger icon, you know. I'm really excited to see her and the girls pursue their solo careers. The song itself is so catchy. I love when songs have a little wordplay in it. Like the "You Wanna Be My Bi" part eats every time. I also love all the Western pop references. We got Britney and Beyonce's referenced in the music video, and also Beyonce's song being sampled. We love to hear it. The ending ate so bad too. Overall an amazing song. Here are the B-side rankings. I love all the features we got on this album. My favorite one has to be Heaven and Magic. They ate for real. Now let's move on to our next comeback. I've had my eyes on Candyshop since they debuted. While I found the title track to be lacking in some elements, their B-sides hooked me enough to want more. And this comeback is exactly what I was looking for. It has a mix of melancholy and fun summer vibes, and I love it. The hook and chorus are catchy, and overall, it's just a fun song to listen to. I found myself remembering this song more compared to Good Girl. This song made a great lasting impression. Overall, I'm very excited for the future for these girls. Here's the album ranking, and yeah, let's move on to our next comeback. Who Else Cried? As a Kep1er that's been with them since Dub Last, seeing them go through so much, this is honestly so emotional for me. Shooting Star might be one of my new favorite disbandment songs, because I cried just listening to this. While I know they're technically not disbanding, because apparently everyone except Mashiro them renewed. So they'll be continuing as a 7-member group, but I'm not sure. I was shocked to hear this, even though there was word going around back when Limelight debuted, saying they would go back to 143 Entertainment and join Limelight. But I don't know, it's crazy. It was honestly so sad to see them lose momentum during 2022. After we fresh their sales and numbers haven't been as good. And look, I know numbers aren't everything, and for what it's worth those numbers were pretty good. But it was clear they just weren't given the time of day. Which is a shame because their discography is actually so good. Listen to Love Struck right now. Now let's move on to our next comeback. Oh, their discography is so good, y'all. Like, this song was so funky. Like, this is the boy group bop we've been missing. Like the bass went off, which is appropriate for a song called Boom Boom Bass. But wow, they really outdid themselves. I wasn't feeling Impossible too much when they released it, but this song ate so bad. Y'all, I'm not even kidding. Here are the B-side rankings. I'm not doing songs I've already heard, so I'm just doing the new songs. Well, new to me. I know some of them were released before, but yeah. Anyways, here's our next comeback. I was really excited for Chu's comeback this year, because it's been so long since her debut, and I was low-key worried. Like, I know we got Chocolate, but that was a single, you know? I was looking for an EP, and that's exactly what we got. And all I can say is, this a huge step up from Howl in my humble opinion. That's not even me saying that Howl was bad, it was cute. I'm saying this comeback surpassed my expectations. While we got a more soft, emotional approach with Howl, but then with Strawberry Rush, we see a more fun and refreshing vibe. This whole EP just gives summer, and I love it. Here are the B-side rankings. Honeybee ate so bad. It just gives summer picnic in the morning, in a tulip field, I love it so much. Now let's move on to our next comeback. After a couple more listens, I like it. It's a solid song, and not bad at all. But it was, however, a tad bit lackluster. It was missing a bit more seasoning. It's still something I can see myself loving with time, and I see myself going back to it. I don't know, it just didn't really catch my attention. Those B-sides on the other hand caught my attention. Here are the rankings. I Love You and X08 So Bad You Guys Don't Understand. Even the ballad to X outdid. Well, it's not really a ballad, it's more R&B. But man, the B-sides are really carrying this EP, at least for me. Overall, I am excited to see what else the boys have in store for us. Overall, a 10 out of 10. Now let's move on to our next comeback. This song is so beautiful and, well, cosmic. I'm so glad we finally got Red Velvet content again after like 9 months, which is crazy. Another solid addition to Red Velvet's already amazing and expansive discography. And I'm digging the whole Midsommar aesthetic they've got going on. I don't think there's a Red Velvet title track I hate. Like, each title track has so many layers to it and it's so addictive. But when I heard the teaser for Cosmic, specifically the MV teaser, I was worried. The instrumental was not my favorite. But with the full context of the song, it doesn't bother me at all. The bass in the beginning of the song made me expect a whole different vibe for the song. The first verse felt darker and more mature. But then we got to the pre-chorus, which gave more a sea exploration type of vibe. And then we have the chorus, which is more light and upbeat, contrasting the first verse. I don't know if that made sense. Kinda like how in Chill Kill we got elements of drill in the verses and pre-chorus, where the vibe was much more dark, almost like a horror movie OST. But then we reach the chorus, which is fun and bubbly. Here are the B-sides. I don't have much to say. They were cute. Now let's move on to our next comeback. I am just in love with AKMU's concepts. I mean, the whole fairy tale aesthetic and designs is so cute. And can we talk about their vocals? Like, Soohyun's vocals in the beginning, with the soft guitar complementing their floaty vocals. Ugh, I am in love. Like, this is so springtime coded, and it's low-key giving Lofi. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. Speaking of Love, I think she should collab with either AKMU or IU. Anyways, this was such a cute song. Here's the album ranking. They were cute. Nothing really stood out, but they were cute. Now here's the next and final comeback. NewJeans, in my opinion, never miss. Every comeback they've had has not disappointed me in terms of music quality. In terms of song length, yes, they've disappointed me extremely. Looking at You Get Up. Anyways, if How Sweet was a deviation from the typical NewJeans sound, then Right Now takes the formula and amplifies it times 10. We have the smooth vocals contrasting against the fast-paced drums, reminiscent of Super Shy. It all leads to a fun listening experience. One thing I absolutely love about NewJeans and their songs are the instrumentals and how layered they are. It's never boring at all. I love just listening to their songs and seeing the different elements they add when they switch to different parts. They're one of the only groups where I can just listen to their instrumentals by themselves. Overall, I'd give Right Now a 10 out of 10. Now let's move on to the next song on this single, Supernatural. I am loving the Japanese city pop influence. I am still going through a city pop phase, so this is def up my alley. I love NewJeans and their retro-inspired concept. I'm glad we are exploring more sounds besides Y2K. This song is so fresh and catchy. Here's the album ranking. This is definitely a really memorable Japanese debut. It's probably my favorite Japanese debut if I'm being completely honest. Overall a 10 out of 10. Now let's move on to my final thoughts. Here is my updated top 12 comebacks for this month. I pray that we don't get any more jam-packed months like this. Everyone and their mother decided to make a comeback in June and it was crazy. We got a lot more Japanese / releases in other languages this month, which was fun to see. And we also had a lot of groups that have been on long, and I mean very long hiatus, finally make a comeback. One of them was a disbandment single. But besides that, it's nice to see faces like WooAh, Nayeon, Red Velvet, and many more. Overall, I'd give this month an A. There was lots of solid EPs and singles that were released this month. Overall a 10 out of 10. Thank you all for watching this video. I'm so sorry it took long to come out, but it's here now I guess. Anyways, I will see you all in the next vid. Bye bye.